And if it's not brash, then it's gonna be trash. Welcome to Sean's View Entertainment, where we're gonna be brazen. And I work around the clock to keep it prolific, consistent, and dedicated on all rumors, news, and headlines. We have a lot to cover. We have shout-outs. We're gonna pin your comments. We got a lot to get to. Let's not waste any more of your time. Share, subscribe, smash that bell. Check out all my videos previous to this one. Leave your comments. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess, it's almost seeming like John Cena and Baron Corbin are going to have a dumpster match. Seems like there's gonna be some fire involved. There's gonna be the first ever dumpster fire match. I don't know. It's going to be an Inferno dumpster match. Also here to talk about WWE and the real-life heat between Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss playing out right in front of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a variety of things to cover in this episode. We're going to get right down to your shout-outs right now, right off the top. Remember, to get your shout-out, all you got to do is subscribe, smash that bell, share my videos on Facebook and Twitter, and you could get that opportunity. This also pertains to new subscribers, old subscribers, young subscribers. If you subscribed 2 years ago, today, yesterday, last week, you get 3 shout-outs, and this is in the longer extended rumors, news, and headlines. So the following goes out to Gabe Real 9009, AJ Styles Kid, and James B. Jr. That's James Brockington Jr. I apologize if I messed your name up, but that's James B. Jr. Sasha Banks was very vocal about Alexa Bliss and was in borderline shoot mode. Banks brought up how Bliss called herself a lifelong WWE fan, but couldn't tell the difference between Jeff and Matt Hardy. Banks even referred to her as a Hollywood act and mocked the fact that she would be on the upcoming season of Total Divas. But that's not all. We're also going to be covering the turmoil between Dolph Ziggler and John Cena. John Cena not impressed with Dolph Ziggler. We're going to cover that in this episode as well. Remember, we keep it prolific, consistent, and dedicated. While appearing on the Cheap Heat podcast, Alexa Bliss confirmed their mutual dislike and admitted that she is keeping business and personal relations separate from one another. She said, "I've always been the person to say business is business, personal is personal. I will never let my personal feelings about somebody get in the way of business," said the Raw Women's Champion. "I want to have a productive match. I want to have a safe match. I want to have a great match, and I want to see this company take it to the next level for our women with the women's revolution. I've seen the things she said about me, and if that's how she feels, that's fine. But we know that we put it to the side and have a productive, professional match because that's what it's all about." Now, that's awesome. That's awesome that Alexa Bliss is conducting herself in this way. And everyone at the end of the day is going to have their opinions, whether right, wrong, or indifferent about you. So I like the way that Alexa Bliss is taking this. I like the way that she is molding this. She's not manipulating this. She's being real. She's being upfront. And I think this is going to be a hell of a match between Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss. The boss is going to definitely take Alexa Bliss to that next level. And this is going to be the biggest test, the biggest challenge that Alexa Bliss has, quite frankly, ever faced, in my view, in my opinion. Remember, 3 shout-outs an episode. Your comments get pinned. Share, subscribe, and smash that bell. And leave your comments in order to make this even more interactive. Now, on this week's SmackDown, and this is going to be very John Cena heavy, very Dolph Ziggler heavy, talking about heat and friction and not being really impressed. Remember, if it's not brash, it's trash. On this week's SmackDown, John Cena referred to a sign out in the crowd that said, "Baron Corbin is a dumpster fire." To Corbin, Cena said, "You're a skinny, fat, loudmouth, overrated dumpster fire." The two will meet at SummerSlam, and on Instagram, Cena reiterated this point through a photo showing Corbin in a burning dumpster. Now, a lot of people said, should this be a dumpster match? Should this be an Inferno match? John Cena just burned Baron Corbin. He didn't bury him. He burned him. But talking about burying, talking about, getting the shaft, talking about being on the wrong end of this thing. Now, I don't know how much this adds up because I'm going to talk about this in the next topic we're going to be talking about on the Brash Show on Entertainment. Former WWE writer, and this has a lot to do with Ziggler and Heat and Cena and the Heat. And maybe this is why Ziggler's not on our TV screens right now. Maybe that's why the creative ain't got nothing for him to do right now. We're about to find out. Former WWE writer Kevin Eck recently appeared on Wade Keller's podcast and talked about how Baron Corbin needs to deliver in the match against Cena at SummerSlam. Eck recalled his time in WWE and discussed how talents are judged based on their performances with Cena. Cena will be very honest to his assessment of you. Ziggler's the first guy that comes to mind. When they gave him a singles program with Cena in the beginning, John Cena was all for it. John Cena wanted to work with Ziggler. And they did this house show loop together. And as the heel traditionally calls the matches, and John was letting Dolph call the matches, and he wasn't impressed. And apparently, John Cena gave his assessment to Vince of Dolph, and I think that sort of played out into Vince's thoughts already, and Dolph about Dolph, and once their program ended, it ended rather abruptly because Vince told us in a booking meeting one day, God, I think we're doing a disservice to John. This is bringing John down, and so Dolph was moved out of the program, and, you know, maybe that's why the lingering heat, the lingering frustration, the lingering... Listen, and a lot of people can say, oh, John, this coming from a guy that only has 5 moves, this coming from John Cena, the guy that buries talent, the guy that... But you know what the funny part is? In 2017, more people are actually choosing John Cena over Roman Reigns. That's what's funny to me. But let's talk about the topic here, Ziggler and Cena. It's funny because Ziggler, if history serves me correctly, Cena has lost more times to Ziggler. Ziggler has been put over Cena many times, whether it be by a countout, whether it be a ladder match, whether it be a turn. You know, Ziggler has gotten the best of Cena more times than anything. So whether or not John Cena didn't like Ziggler, you didn't like the way he called the match. And listen, John Cena wasn't, you know, probably, you know, or maybe Ziggler, maybe he didn't like the fact that Ziggler oversold, or maybe it was just the predicament of Cena did not like the way that Ziggler was calling the match. I mean, because in the match, you know, you talk, you converse, you comment, whatever, you rib one another in a match, but maybe Cena has his reasons, and once again, this is Cena's opinion. This doesn't mean that this is everybody's opinion. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you think that Ziggler deserves this? Do you think that Ziggler was in the right? Was he in the wrong? Are you for Cena? Are you against Cena in this predicament? Are you more of a fan of Cena over Reigns or Reigns over Cena, and why? Your comments, your opinions. Make sure to watch more of the brash Sean's Viewing Team, where we keep it prolific, consistent, dedicated to support the show. View my videos, comment my videos, subscribe, buy my official merchandise, which can be found in the comment section of the video. More to come. Stay tuned.